All right, here we are, episode 24, series 2, 7 minutes max, with the amazingly talented and always a pleasure to have on any podcast or rockin' food that I've done, Hayley Jensen, the queen of social family records.
Oh, I love it.
Welcome to episode 24, and thank you so much for doing this for me.
Thanks for having me, and what an intro. I'll take that any day. Thank you.
the queen of SFR, the queen of SFR. And on the eve, so to speak, next week of your new single, Breaking Hearts.
Yeah, very, very exciting. It's a international collaboration, this one, with some amazing Canadian artists and Indigenous Canadian producer, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be released over there in Canada. I keep saying Canada. How bad is that?
Canada.
And here in Australia, of course. So yeah, very, very exciting.
Well, the good news is we're not here to talk about you. We're here to talk about me. But joking, of course. So Breaking Hearts. Now, Hayley, come on. There'd be a few hearts broken out there in the world. Is this song based on experience?
No, it's about my heart being broken time and time again. No, look, we've all been through it at some stage. So it might be hard for you to believe, Mike, but most of us have all been through a heartbreak at some stage in our lives. And this is, a bit of a warning to the heartbreakers out there.
Would you say it's a personal song? One of your most personal?
It is personal. It's certainly not, where I am in my life right now, but
yes.
It's definitely, a reflection of where I've been. And
with a message.
Yeah, of course. Always
nice.
A message.
Nice. Well, I must say I have heard it, and I think it's some of your best work, and congratulations. And I know that it's going to take the community by storm and the world by storm.
Oh,
so
let's
well
hope
done.
so. Hey, thank you.
Well done. All right. So to fun business. 7 minutes max. I'm going to ask you 7 random questions. Now, I've just found out you've never watched me do any of these, so you have absolutely
I feel so bad. Sorry.
No. You know what? There had to be someone that didn't watch these. No, I'm sure there's plenty of people that have no idea about it, but that's okay. We can pretend that it's a huge success. And
it's better if I don't know what I'm about to step into. Trust me.
Totally. No, it's good. So I'm going to ask you 7 questions in 7 minutes. Now, nobody ever gets it in 7 minutes. Trust me.
Yeah,
nobody ever gets it in 7 minutes. And we are going to start the timer. And you can swear, you can do whatever you want. All right? You ready? All right. Your time starts now. All right. What's the best advice you've ever been given?
Best advice I've ever been given. Gosh, I've been given lots of good advice over the years, whether I've taken it or not. Look, I think there's too many good bits of advice. I'll go with like a famous advice from a famous person. So I was on The Voice a few years ago, and I had the pleasure of being mentored by Kylie Minogue, who is obviously an amazing Australian artist that's gone on to do incredible things globally.
Yes.
And she was just a big supporter of me, even though she didn't get me through the battle rounds, which I'm still bitter about. She was an amazing supporter, and she just took me aside and just gave me the encouragement to just keep going. And I've got platform, got everything going for me, just never stop. So here I am, still battling away.
Keep moving forward. Never let anything knock you out.
That's it. I think you've given me that same advice too.
I have. Well, it's tattooed on my arm. It's tattooed there on my arm.
Hey.
Always forward. Nice. Never look back.
Yeah.
All right. Question 1 done. Question 2. What is the stupidest thing you've done because someone dared you?
Oh, this is bad. I feel like such a bloody delinquent. I remember when we were kids and we used to run around with our Posca marker pens, and I shouldn't even be saying this because the person that we graffitied their car will be like, I knew it was you. Yeah, I know. We're tagging all the cars. It's probably the stupidest thing I ever did.
Tagging a car?
Yeah, it was a bit stupid. And hanging off like bus shelters and stuff. It's just...
What were you tagging? What were you putting on there though?
Putting my halo, my tag. Halo.
That's good, you know. Halo.
My, 13, 14-year-old self.
Well, let me tell you something to make yourself feel better. I used to walk around at this point in my life in the eastern suburbs in Sydney, tagging anarchy signs everywhere.
Yeah.
And,
You were
and
one of them.
you're going to love this. And oils, midnight oil.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. That is.
But as I said, this is not about me. It's about you.
No,
right.
no.
Question 3. Okay, question 3. If you were walking on your own through a forest and no one was around and you came across a big hole in the ground and out of that hole was a gold ladder and you could smell honey and these beautiful things coming out and you looked down, it was all dark. Would you go in?
Oh, I was on my own.
You're on your own. So no one knows you're going down.
I don't know if I would, really. I'd like to think that I would, but in actual fact, I'd probably just go run around it and run off.
Okay.
No, actually, what? No.
Say you were there with your partner and he was standing with you. Would you go down?
I'd be like, off you go, bub. Check out
him down.
I'll be here. Just shout out.
Okay. All right.
No, I probably would. I would go down.
You would? I think you're adventurous enough.
Life. You got to. Yeah. There's nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I like that.
On that principle, I'll do it.
Okay. All right. Done. All right. Question 4. And you're doing well. 3.5 minutes.
Oh.
Question 4. If you could speak only one word for a day, what would it be? You can only say one word all day. What would it be? I reckon it's got to be either yes or no.
I know. I was like, can you go like this for no, but to say yes? Yeah, I was going to say yes. I'd probably yes.
So you're saying yes to everything all day?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll take that. All
That's
right.
a random question.
I know. Well, these are all random questions. All right. Question 5. Where and when and what was it your best fast food experience? And you're on the road, you're traveling, you're gigging.
Yeah, I know. We do get to experience a lot of interesting fast food. My best.
You know, the burger dripping down your arm at 2 a.m.
You know what I really like? I fell in, and it's just because I'm thinking of Canada, but I love like those poutine chips with the like cheese and the gravy and stuff in Canada. Have you had those?
No.
You haven't? Do you even know what poutine? It's called poutine. Can you believe it's got the loveliest name? And it looks a little bit like that too. But yeah, it's like one of these Canadian kind of things that they, you know, they just love, and everyone else in the world thinks is revolting. But I really love it. It's like a cottage cheese or something on it. I don't know. It sounds putrid. But yeah, I had it at the Calgary Stampede last year, and I just
you loved it.
Couldn't stop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very
perfect. Answered it perfectly. So Halo and the Poutine.
Halo and the Poutine. New band name. Trademark. He's writing it down. Go, Mark.
We're always thinking. All right. Okay. What's the wildest thing you've ever done in a hotel room?
Wildest. I'm so not one of those typical rock stars that, you know.
TV.
Some of my exes were. Yes, some of my exes were. Yeah. But not me. I've always been a bit of a good girl. The wildest thing I've done in a hotel room.
What's the wildest thing that someone's done around you in a hotel room? There you go.
I definitely torn the place apart. That was bad.
Really?
That was bad. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was actually while I was on Idol many years ago.
Yeah.
It's not a good story. My ex-husband was a psycho. Yeah. And I came into the room and he'd had the shits about something, and he'd pulled all of the pillows apart and ripped all the sheets and thrown the, you know, throwing the lamp out the window and tried to light it on fire. And it's really so, you know, trying to explain that to the producers of the show the next day.
Totally. We might have to explain it again to him now because we're recording. So anyway, all good. But we haven't mentioned names, so it's good.
No names. He knows he's a dickhead.
Yeah, that's it. And
I've written enough songs about him. Poor bastard.
Okay. All right. I
Good
love
Potter.
it.
Don't piss off a songwriter. That's the moral of that story.
I think that's the saying. Don't piss off a songwriter or a poet, because they're going to follow you for the rest of your life. And especially an artist or a songwriter that's signed, that gets their music out to the world.
Exactly.
Hell hath no fury like an artist scorned.
That's very, very true.
All right. Question 7. Who is the best? Okay, I'll rephrase this. I was going to say, who is the best and worst person you've met? But I'm going to rephrase it. Which idol have you met that, I'm not talking about Australian Idol, but which idol have you met that was everything you thought it was going to be? And which person, this idol or someone you've looked up to that you've met that wasn't what you thought it would be?
This is brutal, especially if they're, around in the...
Now, you don't have to name them.
No. Okay, well, I'm glad you said that.
I had Steve Stevens on the other day, and he talked about a very famous guitarist, and he told me the story, but he didn't mention the name of the person. He told me off air, but he didn't tell me during. So you don't have to mention names, but you can tell me the story, unless you want to.
Yeah, I can. It's bad that I straight away think of, the person that least lived up to my expectations or what have you. But I remember going backstage. It was a big arena show with an Australian artist, actually, and I knew their then partner / keyboard player / whatever they wanted to be.
Yeah.
And went back and thought it was the nicest person in the world. And the manager called that, it was time to go out and do the meet and greet and what have you. And there were all sorts of expletives and, not going out with those plebs, far out. No. And I just was like, whoa, far out. Can't believe, all these people have paid to come and see you and you're just like treating them like crap. So very much,
That was your letdown.
Very much a darling of, Australian music too. So it was like
controversy. I like that.
Yeah.
And who's someone that's lived up? Is it someone like Kylie that's lived up to your expectations, like you mentioned?
She was pretty amazing, although I've got to say she didn't get me through, right? So somebody, like I'll go back to Australian Idol days just because I'm sort of thinking in around those times. Marsha Hines was like, she was amazing. She was actually, a beautiful person, had a lot of time outside of the show and all that kind of stuff to just provide advice. And
that's nice.
Yeah. She hired a dance studio and took me off because I think Dicko or Mark Holden or something at the time said that I couldn't dance.
Yeah.
And I took it quite what do you mean I can't dance? I've always been a good dancer. And they're like, no. And she hired this dance studio, no cameras, no nothing. And she just, I got a tap on the shoulder, meet me at this place. And she took me through this dance routine, choreographed dance routine. And
can you still do it today?
Lovely. Yes, to just rip out the
10 seconds. Give me a quick 10 seconds of it. Nice.
Disco era,
That's it. Oh, that's good. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, she was lovely. Yeah.
And off air, you can tell me about the other person.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, guess what? That's your seven questions in.
How did we do?
10 minutes, 40 seconds.
Oh.
But because you've done so well and I like you so much, I'm going to ask you a bonus question.
Oh, bonus.
Because I'm always interested in this. Okay, bonus question.
Yeah.
If you were walking along the streets of Los Angeles, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all love it.
Yeah, I'm picturing myself there right now.
Yeah. You weren't with anyone, but you're in a back street.
Yeah.
And you came along, no one was around, it was 2 a.m, you were going to your car, whatever. You came across a Louis Vuitton duffel bag, and inside it was $1 million US currency cash. No, untraceable. No one's going to chase you. It's no drug cartel money. It's yours. If you keep it, or do you hand it in, or what do you do with it? 1 million.
Well, you just said that it was mine, so I can just take it. I don't think I'd be game to look inside the duffel bag. There'd probably be a dead body or something in there. It's the back street of LA somewhere. But
well, say you do. There's $1 million sitting there. What do you do?
Well, I think I'd take some. I'd rather think
you'd take a couple of bundles.
Yeah, this is all that was there, officers, I promise.
So you might take, say, 100,000 and you'd hand back in 900.
Yeah, finder's fee. No, I'd probably take more than 100, but yeah.
It would take more than 100? Come on, Hayley.
What would I do?
It's about
I would.
It's about 1.4, 1.5 Aussie. Come on.
All right. Well, then I'd take the 0.4.
Let me make you feel better. I'm taking the whole lot.
You're taking
I'm fucking giving nothing back. I'm taking the whole fucking bag.
All
And
right, I'm talking right now to the guy that owns the record label that I'm signed to.
Yeah, I'm taking it all. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'd take it and I'd give a lot of it to charity.
Okay, all right. Well, I believe you. Yeah,
my charity, the charity of Hayley.
The Hayley Jensen Recording Fund. Yeah.
It's expensive.
Which needs a new Rolls Royce with HJ001 on the number. Halo 88. All right, Hayley, that was your 7-minute questions in 7 minutes with your bonus round.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much for being part of it. I really appreciate it. And good luck with Breaking Hearts. I know it's going to be a success. I know that the team at Social Family with Nadia spearheading it has been working hard behind the scenes.
Sure
you've written a beauty, and congratulations. And let's get you on again soon.
Yeah, it'd be great. Thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.